Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts YouTube channel. And what the hell was that? Yes, I am talking about the first test between Sri Lanka and Australia. We knew it was going to be a spinning wicket, but the Sri Lanka were absolutely shithouse, to put it lightly. I probably could use some other words that you might see me use later, because that was just bloody shithouse, if you ask me. But what we're going to do, if you saw the Australian-India series as we did, we're going to do our rankings for it as well. For any new-time listeners, let me quickly go over it. S tier is a 10 out of 10 ranking, and A tier is an 8 to 9 out of 10. B tier is a 8 to 9. Yeah, B tier is a 7, sorry. C tier 5 to 6. D tier 3 to 4, E tier 1 to 2, and F tier is a 0 out of 10. And although it only went for a few days, and Australia obviously getting the job done by innings, there's still some performances we can rank, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to rank every 22 players. So without further ado, let's start off with the winning team, Aussies, and let's get straight into it. All right, starting off with Usman Khawaja, 232. S tier, not much to say about there. What an innings it was. Double century. You don't see many of them over there. He batted beautifully, wasn't rushed, didn't look like he was going to be in trouble at all. They backed him in after, and there's talks about maybe Sam Constance coming in for the second test, resting Khawaja, just to see what Sam Constance can do in those conditions. But we'll have to wait and see with that one. But other than less, Usman Khawaja, that innings was absolutely phenomenal, so he goes straight into the S tier. Travis Head got the ball rolling from the start, was going at more than a runner ball before he was caught on the boundary for 57. He was absolutely spewing. He got the ball rolling, though. He got off to a flying start. We were going at an unreal run rate. He also bowled the 2 overs, none for 8, and took the 3 catches in the field. So purely for the fact that the start that Travis Head allowed us to get on with it allowed Usman Khawaja to settle himself into that innings. I think Travis Head is fair enough to go in the B tier. Marnus Labuschagne, 20. D tier for me. Now, some people might say he could go lower, but I'm going to give him a bit of leeway because the Australians only got to bat first time, so he didn't have that second innings to bounce back and really build onto a big score. So just purely for that, Marnus Labuschagne can go in the D column instead of going a bit lower, where maybe he might deserve to go compared to some of the other batting performers, just because he didn't get that second innings to bat, but he is on thin ice. Next one is Steve Smith, 141. S tier, our best player for spin, and he did not disappoint, using his feet everywhere, hitting it to all parts of the ground. Steve Smith is back. He proved it in the second half of the series against India. I believe he might have been our leading run scorer or second leading run scorer. But yeah, now he come in the first test in the first innings, made 100. Always known to be really good against spin. Steve Smith goes straight into the S tier. Next up, we got the debutant Josh Inglis, and what a debut he had. Straight in the S tier, the Yorkshire-born, now Australian player, 102 on debut, and also took a catch, and beautiful innings he played. I've been calling for Josh Inglis to come into the Australian side for a while now, and this is why. He takes the game on. He went at more than a runner ball like Travis Head did, and it was just a beautiful innings to watch. So well done to Josh Inglis for 100 on debut. Not many people can say they can do that, and especially 100 in the subcontinent on debut is a magnificent achievement. So well done to Josh Inglis. He can go. He can join Usman Khawaja and Steve Smith in the S tier. Next up, we have got Alex Carey. Obviously, he came in before Webster because he's a better player of spin. 46 not out, batted beautifully, took a catch, and also 3 stumpings. I gave him an A tier, especially for his keeping performance. 3 stumpings is the key there. Next up, Bo Webster. Another one of the batters who unfortunately didn't carry on with it. 23 and took the 1 catch, so he can join Marnus in the D column just purely because he didn't get that chance in the second innings like Marnus, and he wasn't throwing the ball at all, so he didn't have any of the bowling stats to help him bump up his ranking. Mitchell Starc, 19 not out with the bat, 2 for 13 with the first innings with the ball, then in the follow-on second innings, 1 for 14, and also took the 3 catches. I thought he was stolen in a spin-heavy affected wicket, and I put him in the C column. Next up, Matthew Kuhnemann, 5 for 63 and 4 for 86, 9 for the game. Matty Kuhnemann can go straight into the S tier for me. What a magnificent performance in a spin-heavy wicket. He was the one who led the way for the spinners, took the new ball alongside Mitchell Starc. So Mitchell Starc bowled the first over, then Matt Kuhnemann followed with a left-hand Left-hand spin going the other way is so crucial in the subcontinent, and Matt Kuhneman proved why. Some people, and shout out to, I know he'll be watching this, Connor, he's not a big fan, may not be a big fan of him, but he's just shown why he's so crucial in subcontinent conditions with that left arm spin going the other way. Nathan Lyon, 3 for 57 in the first innings and 4 for 78 in the second innings. Another spinner who bowled beautifully well. He can go straight into the A tier for me. Not quite the S tier. Took the 7 wickets for the game. Not quite like Kuhneman in the 9, so he can go straight into the A-com. Last but not least, the Aussies got Todd Murphy. None for 28 in the first innings. 1 for 57 in the second, and also took a catch. He can go on the D-com. He just didn't show that much, but compared to Kuhneman and Lyon, didn't bowl as much either. So I'll be interested to see how he goes in the second test. So there's my rankings for the Aussies. Let's go over it quickly. For the S tiers, I got Usman Khawaja for his 232, Steve Smith for his 141, Josh Inglis for 102 on debut, and Matt Kuhneman for 9 wickets for the match. In the A tier, I got Alex Carey, who's 46 not out, 3 stumpings and a catch. Nathan Lyon for taking 7 wickets across the match. B tier, I've got Travis Head for his 57 and 3 catches. C tier, Mitchell Starc for his 3 wickets and 19 not out. D tier, I got Marnus Labuschagne for his 20. Bo Webster for his 23 and a catch. And Todd Murphy for his 1 wicket for the match. There are the Aussies. Now, let's get on to the Sri Lankan team. Well, first off, let's start with the openers. Ashado Fernando. All right, let's start off. F. Yeah, Ashado Fernando. Who follows him? Januvik Karafa. Yep, F. Yep, both the overs can go straight into the F tier. That was appalling. Now, there's going to probably be a lot of F tiers here, but Ashado Fernando, 7 in the first inning, 6 in the second. Then Kurunati, sorry, I'm not saying the names right, but 7 and a duck. They can go straight in the F-com. I don't want to spend too much time talking about him. Now, Dinesh Chanderpaul actually showed a bit of light for them. 72 in the first innings. It was a good 72, then 31, and took a catch in the field. That 72 was crucial, as not many other Sri Lankans made much runs. So I gave Chanderpaul the luck of the draw, and I actually gave him a C for his 72. Next up, Angelo Matthews, 7 in the first innings and 41 in the second innings. Second innings, he was better, but it was nothing outstanding, so he can go in the D-com. Next up, we got De Silva, 22 and 39 to go along with a catch. I also had him in the DT. Looked like he started to get a bit going in the second innings, but then just didn't capitalise to go along with a big score. Kusal Mendes, 21 in the first innings, 34 in the second, and also took a catch in the field. He can also go in the D tier. No, it's not Kusal Mendes. This one is Kusal Mendes. All right, we're back. I just had to fix a couple of the rankings. Got a couple of the players mixed up in the mixed order, but as we were saying there, De Silva and Mendes both in the D-com. Now, Prabhat Jasuria, a lot of talk about him, but I thought he bowled appalling in that first innings. 3 for 193 off 60. Took the tactic of wasn't even looking to try and get a wicket. He was looking to try and roughen the pitch up so he could take the advantage on day 3 on day 4. But guess what, mate? You've got to get the Aussies out first to be able to bowl to them on day 3 or day 4. They put on 600. Now you don't even get to bowl them a second time. So what you've done there, you've just wasted your time doing it. Did end up taking 3 though. So I gave him a D. Next up, we have got Jeffrey Van der Sar. 3 for 182 off 38 in the first innings. In the only innings he bowled, a duck in the first innings with a bat, but then 53 in the second innings and was probably their best batter in the second innings. I gave him a C for that second innings. Now, Nishin Perez and Asifa Fernando. Bang, bang. Not much needs to be said about that. Perez, none for 189 off 41. Hang on. Let me just say that again. None for 189 off 41 overs. I don't think they're even bowling that bad in grade cricket level. But anyways, and then next up, Siva Fernando, the leading attacker, only bowls the 15 overs, still manages to go for 77. I tell you what. Oh, if they're going to dish it up like this again, I don't even know if I'll be turning it on. This is just appalling. All right, there is my ranking, guys. Let's quickly go over all of them. S tier, we got Usman Khawaja, Steve Smith, Josh Inglis, and Matt Kuhneman. A tier, Alex Carey, Nathan Lyon. B tier, Travis Head. C tier, I have got Dinesh Chanderpaul, Janice Chanimal, Jeffrey Vandersar, and Mitchell Stark. D tier, I got Marnus Labuschagne, Bo Webster, Todd Murphy, Angelo Matthews, Cruzell Mendez, De Silva, can't say his first name, apologies. Jay Surya, and Okamundu Mendes and Kusil Mendes. Both the Mendeses are in the D tier. So it'll take me a little bit to get used to some of it, because obviously Sri Lankans, you don't get to see them. We don't play them that often, so I don't know their players as much as I would in England, an Indian, a South Africa as much. So it'll take me a bit to get used to. No one in the A tier, but then in the F tier, both the openers, Ashada Fernando and Jamif Kanaratsuni. Even if I'm saying his name right, you know what? After that performance, he doesn't even deserve me to say his name right after that performance. Give me a performance worth pronouncing your name right, and then maybe we'll come back to that. But Nishin Perez, also in the D tier, and Asiva Fernando in the F tier, and Asiva Fernando also in the F tier. Well, there you go, guys. There is my ranking for the first head gore between Sri Lanka and Australia. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment on this video. Click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. And while you're there, may as well click the subscribe button. See you guys again for the next test.